Hello students. So we are going to start with class 10 triangles exercise 6.5 part 2. 6.5 basically deals with Pythagoras theorem, converse of Pythagoras theorem, and the previous exercise we have learned about similarity of triangles. So let's start going with question number 7. Question number 7 says prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. So here we have to prove that. Let's write first interpret given. So when we think about the given, what is given here? That the quadrilateral, the shape is given as rhombus. So when I want to interpret the given, we understand that ABCD is a rhombus. Now we all know rhombus is a figure, a quadrilateral in which all the sides are equal. So we know that AB is equals to BC equals to DC equals to AD. We know this fact. They are asking us to prove. Let's analyze what we have to prove. We have to prove that the sum means plus, of what? The squares of the sides of the rhombus. That means squares of the sides of the rhombus equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonal. So let's draw the diagonal. So we have joined diagonal AC and diagonal BD. Let it intersect at O. We also know the property for the diagonals of the rhombus that they intersect each other at right angles and they bisect each other. So we know that OA and OC are equal, OB and OD is also equal and they are intersecting at right angles. Now here we are supposed to prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus, that is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square, is equal to the sum of the squares of the sides of the diagonals. So here diagonals are AC square plus BD square, correct? Now you can prove by easily taking Pythagoras theorem in a right angle triangle, because here we don't know the angle A and angle B, what type of angle they are, but we definitely know the diagonals bisect at right angles. Okay, so to prove this in easier way, we can just use the properties and prove. We know that OA and OC is half of AC. We know OB and OD, they both are equal and they are half of BD, right? So you can apply Pythagoras theorem in any one of the triangle. In any one of the triangle, you can apply Pythagoras theorem and apply the properties and we can prove. So the proof goes this way. So here we can just write the properties. That is, if I take point number 1 statement, so we can say OA and OC is equal and it is nothing but half of AC. Similarly, I can say the same thing here, that OB and OD are equal and it is half of BD. And the reason we can say the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other. And we can also say at right angles. So here we can also mention, so here we can just mention this 2 as 1, and here I can write the second is angle AOB, and all the angles is actually 90 degrees. So we will bother to consider only one triangle, that is angle AOB. So I'm just mentioning that is angle AOB equal to angle BOC equals to angle DOC equals to angle AOD. They all are equal to 90 degrees. So we have just used the properties of rhombus. We can apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle and get it. So here in right angle triangle, we are applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle, right angle triangle AOB. So if you apply Pythagoras theorem, we get AB square equals to OA square plus OB square. Here we applied Pythagoras theorem. So here we can say AB square equals to OA square plus OB square. Now our aim is, so I'll just continue here students. Our aim is that we require the sum of the squares of the sides of all the sides of the rhombus, and we require in the right hand side AC square. We don't require OE, but instead of OE we require AC. Instead of OB we require BD. So is there any relation of OE and AC? Yes, we have already written that OE is half of AC, and can we write OB? OB can also be written as half of BD. So here right hand side definitely we can replace OA with AC and OB with BD. So here we will do that. So here we can write AB square equals to, instead of OA I can write half AC the whole square, and instead of OB I can write half BD the whole square, and we can write the reason, that is from 1. So now when I remove the bracket here, so open the bracket, so here the square, we can do the square, so this will become AC square, and 2 square is nothing but 4. Similarly BD square, and here we'll get upon 4. So here we can find the base is 4. So we can just take it common denominator 4, and we can get here AC square plus BD square, and here we have AB square. This 4 goes in this left hand side. So we are getting here 4AB square equals to AC square plus BD square. Now here you have got RHS AC square plus BD square, what you require. Now this AB square, 4AB square is nothing but AB square plus AB square, we can write 4 times AB square plus AB square plus AB square. And here we have AC square plus BD square. Here you can find, we all know that AB square is a rhombus, so AB B is equals to BC. We can also replace AB with DC. We can also replace AB with ED. So as from the given, here you can say very easily, we can write here the statement, that is statement number 7. We can write here that AB square is 1 AB I'll replace with BC, 1 AB I can replace with DC, and 1 AB with AD, because sides of the rhombus, they are all equal. And here I can write the reason is given. I hope students you have understood. That means if ABCD is a rhombus, then we can say the sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus equals to the sum of the sides of the diagonals. You can prove alternatively by taking each right angle triangle. The alternative proof I'm telling, I will not solve, but I want definitely that you can make a try. That consider right angle triangle AOB, find out what is AB square. Consider right angle triangle BOC, find out what is BC square. So BC square equals to OC square plus OB square will get. If you consider right angle triangle DOC, you will get DC square equals to OD square plus OC square. Similarly, if you consider right angle triangle AOD, you will get AD square equal to OA square plus OD square. When you add all the 4 equations, you have to apply again this diagonal property, and you get the same thing. This is a shorter proof. Now let's go to the next one, students. So I will do now the 9th sum. 9th sum is very easy and very simple. These are the 2 marker sum which you can get very easily score. Just see, a ladder 10 meter long. This is the 9th question, students. A ladder 10 meter long reaches a window 8 meter above the ground. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. So here we have a ladder. So here you can find a ladder is there. It reaches the window. So here we can say a ladder. Okay. And here you have a window. So we can just say okay, and it touches the ground here. So when you make here, the diagram is compulsorily, so I'm using scale. Expect even in the exam time, please use scale and pencils. In geometry, this is mandatory, you all know, but if you use it even for the rough drawing, it will look neat. So here you get, students. Okay. So I think now it's very clear. So here we have, students. So a ladder which is 10 meter long reaches a window 8 meter above the ground. So here I will just write, let's name that. So here we have A, B, C I have taken. You all know that it will be always vertical. So here AC represents our ladder, and here the window is 8 meter above the ground, which is here window is 8 meter above the ground. We have to find out the distance of the foot of the ladder. So this is the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. So the base of the wall. This is what you have to find. You don't have to keep as X. You can keep PCS. So we all know that this is a right angle triangle it is forming. So here we can just say in right triangle. So we can use a symbol RT, ABC. So whenever you see a right triangle, you should remember, students, that we should use Pythagoras theorem. So we can use By Pythagoras theorem, we can say that AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So here AC square, the ladder height, here the height is given us, the length is given as 10 meter. So 10 square, here you have 8 square and BC we don't know. So either you can keep as X or you can just keep as BC square. So here we notice 100 equals to 64 plus BC square. So we want to find BC square. So let this BC square be here. Let's take 64 the other side. So 100 minus 64. This will give you 36. So BC square is 36. So this implies when we take square root, BC equal to 6 meter. Therefore, at the last final we can write the answer. Therefore, the distance of the foot of the wall from the, here we can write the final answer. Therefore, distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. Therefore, distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall, equals to 6 meter. I hope students you have understood this.